Hello guys, NautoAce here, and I want to give my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct of February 9th, 2022. And I gotta say, again, no surprise, it's always interesting to watch a Nintendo Direct to some extent. Yes, I'm gonna also defend the mini showcase during 2020. I know a lot of people didn't like that, but of course the backstory was that because of the pandemic, a lot of plans were kind of screwed, got a bundled, kind of just like, well, kind of messed up our plan. So it is what it is there. But of course, like I said, finally they're back to a normal Nintendo Direct. And I have to say, this is actually good. So with that said, I want to give my thoughts on the game that I am interested. Yes, 40 minutes of game to showcase. For this one particular, I watch other people's reaction, and I have to agree that to some extent, it is sort of a JRPG centric, which for me personally, I love it. It's awesome because I love anime, waifu, fan service, Japanese RPG. But that's just me there, but it's awesome. So with that said, I want to give my thoughts on the game that caught my eye. So the first one is a new Fire Emblem game. So there was a lot of rumor that there was going to be a new Fire Emblem game, not sort of a Echo Valencia remake, but an actual new one supposedly. And I'm saying like, but Three Houses is still kind of to some extent new. I know it came out in 2019, but you know it's not yet like done. And so I know the expansion pass wasn't really that good to some extent, but I had a feeling that they was gonna do more with this Three Houses, and no surprise, they did. Fire Emblem Three Houses Warriors. Yeah, so a second Fire Emblem Musou game. Okay, man, there's a lot of Musou games happening. I know Persona Striker, which is a direct sequel to Persona 5, Hyrule Warrior, Age of Calamity, of course, a prequel to Breath of the Wild. I mean, what's next? Marvel Musou, WWE Musou, AEW Musou, who knows? But yeah, so Fire Emblem Three Houses Warriors is going to come out in June of 2022, exactly on the 24th. So more info on Advanced War Remake. And apparently the reason why it was delayed, of course, they said because they want to improve the game, they needed more time, which is, again, the Miyamoto mantra of delay does work to some extent, but there will be some times that, yeah, it's not going to work. So, I mean, it's a case-by-case basis, sadly. So anyway, revealed the new date. It's going to be April the 8th, 2022. And one of the new features they mentioned is that the game will have voice. So, of course, you played the GBA version. Did not have any voice there. So now they're adding a voice. So they add some new feature in the game that's already on the Game Boy Advance version, such as online. So you can do online for the first time, online battle. So that'll be interesting in the long run there. So the next one is a new installment of the Mario soccer game, or Mario Striker Battle League for the Nintendo Switch, of course. And yeah, it's a Mario soccer game in 1080p, but this time they had two new features in this game. First is the gear system. So it depends on what gear you use, your attribute changes. So either probably a powerhouse or a speedster or whatever. And the second one is Hyper Strike, which is, I'm gonna guess, is Super Move. Yeah, I have the game for the GameCube and the Wii. Yeah, soccer is soccer for me, but yeah, so again, if you're a soccer fan, here it is. So remember, there's now tennis, golf, now soccer. So this one's gonna come out on June the 10th. So more info on Splatoon 3. Mostly the multiplayer co-op, the Salmon Run. So they showed new weapon, new rideable weapon, and new bosses. So I mean, it is what it is. It's still Splatoon. So I'm just more interested of the story than the multiplayer. But yes, Splatoon is a multiplayer game centric. So, but again, you know, more content is good. So they said this game's gonna come out during summer of 2022. So again, looks interesting to some extent. I did play Splatoon 1 and 2. Like it's not a bad game, but to some extent, I'm not really into it. It's fun, but not in depth for me. So the next one is from Square Enix, and I'm surprised they did this, but hey, why not? Front Mission first and Front Mission the second. Those are two remakes from the Super Famicom. Yeah, so this two particular game was never released outside of Japan. And my guess probably, such as Trials of Mana, is that Ted Woolsey, to some extent, I did talk about this before. The gist of it is, there was at one point that they did want to bring it out, but Ted Woolsey was the official Squaresoft localized translator person. And he was only one person. However, there was some rumbling rumor that, well, there was some stress, concern to a point that he said, hey, I can't localize a lot of this game, so they had to cut and choose. So, of course, one of the game was Front Mission first, and second, which is 1 or 2. The very first Front Mission was introduced in the West was on the PlayStation 1, Front Mission 3, and then Front Mission 4 on the PlayStation 2. And then after that, there was some spin-off, like the one I have for the 360 was sort of an action game. I'm gonna say it's not really that fun. And of course, there's another one called Let Alive, which is, it's a stealth game. It is set in the Front Mission world, but again, the game itself wasn't fun. I'm sorry, it's not a fun game. I know the artist is the guy who did the Metal Gear Solid series, but yeah. So, yeah, whatever. So moving from that one is, there's a game called SD Gundam Alliance Battle. And SD stands for Super Deform or Super Defense or whatever, but it's really Super Deform. And it's sort of a hack and slash game. It's going to come out with multi-platform. So, again, they said they're going to come out this year. And also for the Front Mission, I forgot to mention this, summer for the first game, and they said somewhere in 2022, 2023 for the second game. So, they're not even like a compilation. It's like there's the first game, and then later on the second game. I mean, like I said, I'm not really into the Front Mission, but I know someone that it is. So, of course, another Square Enix, and this one's going to be multi-platform. Thank goodness. I mean, most of this are because the Nintendo Direct, they never said exclusive like the Chocobo Racing, which is, I think that's still bullshit, but it is what it is. And that is Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreamer Edition. It is a remastered game based on the PlayStation 1. It's going to be multi-platform. Plus, they can also add in, they call it the Radical Dreamer, a text-based story, which I have no idea what the story behind it. There is more than meets the eye about the Chrono Cross / Chrono Trigger story. But, it is what it is there. So, but again, multi-platform. I already played it, but I might consider playing it on the PS4 for trophy support because I love trophies. But still, it's good. Awesome. Again, JRPG for the win. More info on Kirby Forgotten World. And one of the new features that Kirby can do is called Mouthful Mode, which he can suck up stuff and gain their abilities, such as turning into a car when he sucks up a car, vending machine. He spits ice, cone, I guess some sort of rock. They even showed other ones such as a glider, so he can glide and etc. It's weird. It's a Kirby game. And one of these days, I gotta finish some of the Kirby games that I have for the 3DS and Switch. But again, I like Kirby, but to some extent, not really like into the Kirby series. So the next one is Square Enix wants to remind Switch owner that there is Kingdom Hearts on the Switch. I know they're cloud, but at least like Mighty Number 9, it's better than nothing. I know. Yeah, well, unfortunately for this one, a lot of people are already saying that, yeah, they're not going to support it, but don't be too angry if one or two things going to happen about this situation. Say, a lot of people bought Kingdom Hearts the cloud version because, like I said, it's better than nothing. Then Square Enix is going to say, well, people don't bother with the cloud version. Hey, they got no problem with it. Let's do more. Okay, and it's the opposite. Oh, we don't support cloud version of games. Square Enix is probably going to think, well, you don't care about our game, then tough luck. So, I mean, the crappy situation, but Square Enix, it's all about business. So, whether you like it or not, like I said, Mighty Number 9, it's better than nothing. So, the next one is Klonoa Remake, the first and second game, now on modern console. The original one was on the PlayStation 1. Fun game, coming out July 8th. So again, not so much of a Klonoa fan, but I know a lot of people that I know they like it. So if it gets cheap, I might consider it in the long run. So another one from Square Enix that it's a remake, and they're using the HD 2D technology such as from Project Triangle Strategy and Octopath Traveler, and that is Live Alive remake. So yeah, so it's a remake again based on the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom. Wasn't released again, like I said, Ted Woolsey situation. So they're gonna do a HD 2D remake of this game, and it's gonna come out in July 2022. That's all they just said. No specific date. Hopefully, also gonna be in the PS4. Just saying that. So, a rumor of a casual game that people said, and some people think it's 1, 2, 3 Switch, or another one was to Snippet, that weird game there that should have been a packing game, or 1, 2 Switch, but different story there. But no, this one actually makes sense, and not gonna lie, I wish this was a packing game when it first came out in 2017, but you know what, whatever. And that is Nintendo Switch Sports, a sequel to Wii Sports. And yeah, it's once again like a Switch version of Wii Sport. They added new games such as volleyball, Batman, and soccer. And yeah, this is a game for the casual because the Wii Sports series are meant to play in motion control. So they showed this one that, yeah, it's motion control. And online support. So that's awesome there. And to a point that even Shinya Takahashi even said, hey, guess what? We're going to do a online beta. So again, I might check it out in the long run to see. That'd be interesting. And if you buy the physical version of this game, you get a soccer strap for the soccer game. And they're gonna have some free update in the future, such as golf. I don't know why it's not in the game itself, but probably they want to release it and say, hey, it's free anyway. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna suck, but hey, free is free. Can't really deny that. And the best part here is because they showed it with Koizumi, there is Mii integration because all of the Wii Sports game has Mii integration, so no different this one. Awesome, good move. So it's kind of showing that they still support me. I know not to some extent. The last game was Miitopia, so now with Nintendo Switch Sports, so awesome there. So the next one is Taiko Drum Rhythm Festival. The first one that they introduced on the Switch was a different one, but whatever, it's a Taiko Drum. New music, some of them again, Nintendo with new remake. I mean, it's a Taiko Drum. It is what it is. And then of course, if you go to the Namco Bandai store, you can buy the Taiko Drum. And if you're lucky, you can probably find one on the PS4 online, not on the Bandai store. But it is what it is. And yeah, coming out 2022. And for the Nintendo Switch Sports, I forgot to mention, April 29th. So there you go. So the next one is a demo for Triangle Strategy. So the best part here, first of all, they mentioned the release date, June the 30th. But the second best one is a demo of this game. And not only that, you can transfer the demo to the main game. I really wish a lot of companies would do this as an industry standard. I don't know why as of 2022 they still don't do this. I mean, heck, they didn't even do it in 2021. They really should do this in the long run because at least it's going to give them incentive to, if I really like the game, I'll continue. So they got to do this at an industry standard, in my opinion, hopefully. But again, awesome to do that. I'm going to try it out when I have the time because I'm still working on Pokemon Legend Arceus. And then they introduced Cuphead DLC. Of course, that's multi-platform. No surprise there. A new island, new boss. But the best part is the third new character. She has the ability to do double jump. You can play her on the main game. So that's probably going to be something for me in the long run because I have Cuphead, but my God, that game's a pain in the ass for me. But again, awesome. I'll think about it in the long run because I really want to play it on the PlayStation 4 using the DualShock 4 controller. But yeah, so that's awesome there. So the next one is Metroid Dread will have an update. And basically it's hard mode or dread mode is what they call it. Wookiee mode and boss rush. Nothing new, no surprise. But I mean, it's a free update. So in the long run, I am going to consider getting this game. But again, like I said, I'm waiting for a sale, and I got to. I'm not saying that Metroid Dread is bad, but if I buy it at least, I kind of out of the sale, so RGT8 if I can play Balan Wonderworld on the Switch. Okay, moving from that one, is finally, people, dreams, wishes, whatever, been answered. So Nintendo finally said fine, and that is both Earthbound and Earthbound Beginning finally is on the Nintendo Switch Online Netflix. So finally, I did talk about this before, that why is the deal with Earthbound, why they don't do it. It's a mystery. They finally said, fine, we'll do it. So there you go. At least one down and two more to go. And those are Super Mario RPG and Chrono Trigger. Just saying. But again, at least, hey, that's one down finally, because people keep harping on that. The next one is a montage of games. And some of the games that caught my eye, two of them are Demon Slayer. Now there's a Switch version option. I mean, I'm not going to get it. Rather play it on the PS4 with trophy support, but at least option in there for people who only has a Switch and that's all they prefer. I mean, it's an option. And a new game called Lego Brawl. So, Lego Smash Brother game. So, we got Super Smash Brother Ultimate, you got Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, you got WB Multiverses, and now you got Lego Brawl. But would it just make sense if Legos are in multiverses, since their games are published by Warner Brothers? Just saying, to some extent, but whatever. So it is what it is there. So ending to this is two big ones that I was interested, and I even had a giggle for one of them. So first is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch. If you don't know that game, it was based on the Wii U, and of course the Wii U actually had DLC introducing some more court, and if you buy the season pass, you get a rainbow color Yoshi. As in, beside green, you get black, white, purple, yellow, blue, red. You know what I mean there. So yeah, Mario Kart 8 Wii U had DLC. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe actually has all of them, and they added new stuff. There was Bowser Jr., the Inkling, improved battle mode, and new card design aesthetic. So with that said, of course, the history about this game. It sold a lot, really a lot. In the financial report, apparently still one of the top 10 games that was selling a lot. So it's making a lot of money. Guess what they did? And I knew they were going to do something like that, and I know a lot of people are not going to be happy, and that is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will have a booster pass for $25. Yes, there will be 48 new courses, from new ones and based on past games. So I even said to myself that, why make a new Mario Kart game? Why not just have more courses based on past game, even including Mario Kart 2 on the mobile game? Ooh, man, I said a bad word. And just put it on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And they did it. They did it. Oh man, so yeah, some people are not happy because there was a rumbling rumor about Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart Crossroad, which is supposed to be a Nintendo All-Star Mario Kart game. And of course, that's not going to happen. Is it going to be Mario Kart 9? Well, not at this moment, because for this booster pass, there will be 48 courses, so there will be 6 waves, and it will end in 2023. So when you can say, man, when's Mario Kart 9? Well, easy. When they're gonna do a new Switch system, maybe the Switch Pro, Switch 2, whatever Switch Deluxe, Super Switch, whatever. But the bottom line is, if you're a Mario Kart fan, you're stuck with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But it's not a bad game. I think this is a good thing. So now, yeah, they're gonna have 8 courses per wave. 6 waves. And they're gonna gradually release them monthly, kind of like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with the Fighter Pass. So for me, definitely, I'm gonna buy this in the long run. But yeah, it's a good move. Plus, finally, again, a lot of people, including myself, said the expansion fee is too expensive. And disclaimer, in my opinion, as of right now, even after this announcement, it is still expensive. Yes, Switch 4 did talk about Emily Roger, but it's cheaper than Virtual Console. Okay, you're poking the hornet's nest there, but to some extent is that you're also getting shady games. Don't know about that. But what they did, and again, it's getting better and smarter what Nintendo's doing. So they are saying they are improving the expansion pass. The booster pass for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will now be included on the expansion pass. So not only Animal Crossing Paradise Designer, will also now include booster pass for Mario Kart 8. So now you're getting more options. Still Nintendo 64 and Genesis games. So it is getting better there for that $50 tier. Not yet. Not yet. So probably Fire Emblem Three Houses Warrior DLC. Maybe Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC. Splatoon 3 DLC. Whatever first party Nintendo game that has DLC. Think about it. They keep adding that on the expansion pass. Eventually it will be justified for that $50. But it is getting there, but it's way too long. I know it's a marathon, not a sprint, but you gotta give reason from the get-go why to do this. And I mean, yeah, well, that'll improve it in the long run. Okay. So I think they're learning, but they're not there yet in my opinion. So the last thing is, and you did mention when I said Xenoblade Chronicles 3, yes, coming in September 2022, the third sequel for Xenoblade Chronicles has announced, titled Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And apparently, based on the trailer, the two games, the world, are now merging into one. I have no idea. Like I said, I have Xenoblade Chronicles 1 on the 3DS. Barely played it. I got it for the Switch. I'll eventually play it in the long run. But like I said, right now, I'm focusing on Legend Arceus, getting all those Pokemon, trying to build up the first Pokédex, but you get the idea. So, finally, Matt from Yo Video Games is happy. You can tell I was watching his stream about it, so props to him. The rumored third sequel is true because they were saying they're doing a new game, and there it is, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So, overall, this Nintendo Direct was awesome. I like it. So, thumbs up for that one. I enjoyed it. JRPG, definitely. So, like I said, maybe in the long run, if the OLED becomes $20, I might consider buying it so I can play it with full potential with the OLED screen. But right now, no. So overall, I love the Direct. Like I said, it never disappointed me. JRPG, games that never been released, finally been released, new games, and Nintendo Switch Sports. Awesome there. As expected, there is going to be some downside here, and like a lot of people did say, keep your expectation low. One, no amiibo support, surprisingly, because a lot of the report is it's going to be the Smash Bros. Amiibo in the long run, and Smash Bros. Is done, so of course they're not going to promote that. They're probably just going to do a Twitter. Second is Kirby Forgotten World, supposed to have amiibo support. What is it? No one knows. Are they going to have new amiibo for the Kirby line? Again, no one knows. Breath of the Wild 2, no show as expected. And no info about the 35th anniversary for the Zelda. Are they done? Are they extending that? Whatever. Right now, they're not really showing a lot of support for the anniversary, unfortunately. There was supposed to be this rumor, Twilight Princess Wind Waker HD for the Switch. Right now, no talk about it. So I wouldn't be surprised, maybe their own Nintendo Direct. And of course, as expected also, no Pokemon whatsoever for this one. They usually do in their own Direct. So rumor is there might be a Pokemon Direct in the end of February. And one of them could be that a update in DLC for Legend Arceus, but who knows. So overall, it's a good one. My expectation was good. And like I said, if you're waiting for Amiibo, Breath of the Wild 2, and I almost forgot Persona, any Persona info, then you're out of luck because they didn't mention it. So, rumor about Persona is that Persona 1 all the way to 4 might be multi-platform on modern console. Rumored. And another rumor is that Persona 6 will be on the PlayStation 5 exclusively. So again, rumor, it is what it is there. So those are my thoughts on this Nintendo Direct of February 9th, 2022. I'd say it was awesome. So can't wait for this game to be released, the game, the DLC, whatever. So with that, I'll see you guys later.